What is up, guys? Dan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to run a quarterback blast out of shotgun formations that don't have quarterback blast. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why they do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those tactics when you face them in online head-to-head gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. So head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 unlocks the entire website. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's video. We're actually going to show you something that Gridiron Game Plans members knew 2 months ago, back in October, that we saw come out in the Club Series Championship for the Jaguars yesterday. You guys saw Dreeny take down Jay Wolfman, and Jay Wolfman was running a quarterback run heavy offense. In my opinion, I think he probably went a little bit overboard with his AP allocation, spending his cap on 2 fast break quarterbacks. When in reality, I think that if you're going to optimize a scheme like this, you probably want to only have 1 fast break quarterback. That way you're not having a certain amount, like 30% of your ability points riding the bench at any given time. Now, the playbook that we are in this video is the run and gun playbook. And the reason that we are in it is because their trips tight end, while it's not as good as, say, the Las Vegas Raiders trips tight end or some of the other trips tight ends in the game, it does have some appeal in that it has a read option. It has some unique plays in it. Curl flat is still a very, very good play. A lot of players love that play. But the main draw is that it has this play speed option. Now you can see over to the right of the play call. I have run this a little bit. It's something that I personally like to play under center, but for those of you that really like to play in the shotgun, you may have seen that Jay Wolfman was running this. And again, this was something that was in our Vault update 2 months ago. So when I talk about the value of the Vault, I want to make sure that people understand every single week we are putting in nuggets that you guys can implement in your game no matter what offense you run. This one is a little bit playbook specific. It's more so concept specific to the speed option, but these are things that players are using. And if they're not things that players are using, it's something that I personally labbed up that is, you know, very, very good that a lot of players don't know. It can surprise some players. Now, of course, Dreeny, he's one of the top 3 players in the world every single year while he's been a pro. So, you know, for him, it's really hard to beat him with, you know, just a gimmick. But I think that if you run this and you scheme around this, this could be a really, really deadly scheme. And all you're going to need to do is have a fast break quarterback. And there are 2 speed options in the run and gun playbook. One is in the trips tight end and the other is in their tray open. So you could go ahead and have those both set as audibles, one or the other, and you'll be able to move the ball fairly effectively with this tactic. I do want to show you the type of content that we put in the Vault on Gridiron Game Plans, because this is stuff that the customers on the website have known. Obviously, I try to put out good tips here on the YouTube channel and kind of hold back a little bit for the customers on the website. When things become a little bit more known, as obviously this fast break offense became more widely known yesterday, you know, obviously this is something that players are aware of now, so it's not as valuable sitting there on the website, but it's still really, really good. And for those of you that don't follow MCS, this is something that you're going to see. So kind of view this as like a Vault tip for the YouTube channel, if you will. So what you do is you use fast break on your quarterback, and I'm just going to choose random play. And the interesting thing about this is fast break basically breaks the auto steps of quarterback runs, meaning that you have immediate control to run wherever you see fit. So in this situation with the speed option, you might want to go ahead and just run the ball straight to the left. And you see that this just turns it into a straight up quarterback run. And you're going to start to see a lot of this because of that MCS stream yesterday. But again, you know, if you were on Gridiron Game Plans, you knew this 2 months ago. You know, you could go ahead and flip your speed option, float, you know, and go the other way. So, you know, if I wanted to, I could go the other direction. Obviously, you don't want to trip like an idiot over somebody, but again, you're just going to be able to kind of notice and pick and choose your holes to run this. Now, I think, again, the crippling mistake that Jay Wolfman made in the finals of the Jaguars Club Series yesterday was that he had 2 quarterbacks with fast break, meaning that he had basically 3 APs sitting on the bench at all times. And the reason that he did that was so that he could always have a fresh quarterback that would never fumble, because he wanted to center around this approach against Drini. And what it ended up happening is Drini was able to lab run defense on the fly for this to counter it. And then he wasn't able to throw on it because he didn't have any AP spent on some of the receivers that could have been better spent had that 3 AP for his second quarterback not been on the bench. So again, this isn't something that to me you would just run this 30 times a game, but I think that if you want to evolve a scheme around this and try to use this as basically a short yardage run, or 3rd down and 3, the ability to run the speed option and do something like this, is really, really valuable. Now, if you start to mix in the other AP and put route apprentices on the field, tight end apprentices, you can see where this becomes really, really dangerous. So again, this is something that is there and available to you. It is found in the speed option. Again, my recommendation is you obviously want to look at the box count. Like right here in this situation, you probably wouldn't want to run your speed option left and then cut back to the right, because that guy's going to be unblocked. But as you lab this, you're going to find out that this is something that can be really, really potent and really, really effective. So again, guys, this is just kind of a testament to the stuff that's on Gridiron Gameplay, and stuff that rears its head in competitive events 2 months later that people are like, oh wow, I didn't even know that existed. That's the type of lab work we do over there on the website. So hopefully you guys will check it out. Again, $9.95 per month will unlock the entire website. And this is the type of stuff that goes unnoticed until it shows up in an MCS event. But this is the run and gun playbook. Again, you have the ability to run this out of a couple different formations. There are, I believe, pistol speed options in the game as well. You could try this concept with those, with a fast break quarterback as well. Here's an example of the Trey open version of this. You might go ahead and run the ball behind those guys. There's speed option in a couple formations here in the run and gun. The one drawback to the run and gun, in my opinion, is that it's probably not as good as some of the other trips tight ends. So your passing game is a little bit limited unless you're very creative with the hot route master or the wide receiver apprentices, which is what you'd have to surround a fast break quarterback with, because obviously here in this example, Lamar doesn't get the hot route master. But if you can get a passing offense that can attack the run blitz that players are going to have to use to counter this, it could be really, really deadly. But again, you just see how potent this run is. And if you guys want to use a fast break quarterback and kind of get gimmicky, run some college style offense, this is something that is really, really beneficial. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mix in a video, try to show you guys a tip, if it'll allow me to here, that can kind of show you guys how to develop your passing scheme around it. Obviously, you want to figure out what type of coverage shell they're in. And once you do that, that'll possibly allow you to hit them over the top. Here, I'm going to go ahead and call cover 2. I'm not sure if the outside cloud flat is going to jam Hollywood to the inside, but if you watched the PA dive video from yesterday, you guys know that there is a cover 2 formula that you can use that causes the safety on the short side of the field to bite down when there's a deep, skinny post on the opposite side, so long as you don't have a vertical route on the short side and you don't have a route running to the short side of the field, meaning that I couldn't send anybody on an out route on the short side because Snead would be vertical off the line and running to the short side. It has to be basically drags and smokes, and then you couldn't have like a drag for Andrews or a swing route to the short side of the field with Dobbins. And if you do that more often than not, we'll see if this actually works here. You can see that that's safety, and I got pressured by Watt, but you can see how that safety bit down, and I actually had to run really, really far back to make that work. But you saw how that deep half safety bit down on that play. So this is one of those types of plays that you can use to, kind of take the lid off and take the pressure off of having to run the ball with your quarterback so much. And you see here that, you know, obviously that throw gets in over the top of a deep half safety as well. So, you know, there are passing plays. You just have to know what you're doing formula wise. And again, if you don't know the formulas for beating all the coverages, we take care of you on Gridiron Game Plans, in our game plans, in the vault tips. And you can apply those formulas into the offenses that you want to run. So it's not just, hey, here's a play, run it. It's more conceptual. We give you offenses, we give you setups that pros are running, but we also teach you why they work so you can apply them to your own offense. So hopefully this video was informational for you guys. I know that this could be potentially a video that irritates a lot of people, like, oh, this is broken. But obviously if Drini only allows what, like 7 points to it, it's really not that broken. So, you know, go take a look at it. This is something that can, you know, keep Madden fresh for you guys, allow you to do something different, not have to rely on a gunslinger quarterback. Give yourself a little bit more of a college style feel to your offense. So if you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we'll see you guys on Gridiron Game Plans. If not, we'll see you guys here with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab, man. Good luck.